Welcome back to Area Diesel Service. I've got another project for you today. Collaborative effort with fellow YouTuber Watch Wes Work. You may have seen some stuff about us on Wes's channel recently. This stuff is off of Wes's daily driver, so if you're watching his channel, you've seen his 1650 Oliver, and this is the pump and injectors from that machine. Originally manufactured by Lucas, which is now known today as Delphi or CAV. We don't suspect any trouble with them, but we've got them out. We're going to clean them up, check the spray pattern, reset the opening pressure, just give them a once over while we've got them. Okay, so this is what we would consider repair work. Taking your component and we're going to clean it, open it, inspect it, fix what's wrong, calibrate it, and return it. So we also do remanufacturing, which is a much more involved process. Same complete disassembly, but significantly higher level of replacement parts. So virtually anything that might wear would be replaced, returned back to original specification, calibrated to the original specification, and then sold or returned, and that would be considered fully remanufactured. Just to clarify, this is repair work, generally a budget conscious customer just looking to get it fixed and right and back in service. Fix it and return it. Okay, so that's what we've got, and that's how it got here. We'll get this stuff tagged up and back into the fuel shop and let these guys do their magic. We'll bring you back after they're done. Okay, now we're back in the fuel shop with Tyler, and first step, we're going to put these on the pop tester and just try and get an idea of what we're working with here. Kind of hard to tell, but we're seeing a single stream of fuel coming out of this injector, and it's not atomizing correctly. So we're looking for a more full spray pattern. There you can see it a little better. Again, a single stream of fuel. So you're not going to get proper atomization, which means you're not going to get an effective combustion event. You're not going to get a complete burn of the fuel you're injecting. Should see a noticeable difference in the way this thing sounds and runs when we get these back installed. Here we're going to take out the return connector. You can see he's got a bolt stuck in there, threaded in there, and we do that to keep from deforming the threads. We're going to pull these out. Actually, we're going to leave these out. Technically not part of the injector, and we'll leave it up to the customer to make sure that these are acceptable and they can install them so they get the orientation set properly. Well, first thing we're going to do is pull the return connector out, and we're going to cap this off. When we go over to clean and blast, we don't get media or contamination down inside the body of the injector. So again, cleanliness is critical here. Okay, return connector's out. Going to pop the chamber gasket off the injector. Now we're going to go over and do some more cleaning. This is a high pressure blast cabinet. We use a cleaner called Jettison, dissolved or diluted in this high pressure water. It's also high temperature, and that's step one cleaning. So blast the muck and crud and grease and grime off of them and get us something more clean to work with. Over here, this is just a water rinse. Get that cleaner off, neutralized, and then high pressure air, get all of that blown off and dried up. So when we take it to the media cabinet, we're not making the media is not gumming up on us. Clean and dry, over to the blast cabinet. In the fuel shop, we use plastic bead. It's just a little bit easier on material. It's not removing material. It's not as aggressive, might take a little longer, but seems to work better. Take the protective caps off, and now we're going to completely disassemble. So back in the fixture. Step one, take the nozzle nut off. Nozzle nut retains the nozzle. These are carboned or stuck, and that should be a pretty free removal. Took the pintle out so he could tap on it a little better. Again, there's carbon between the nozzle and the nozzle nut that's keeping it stuck in there. Not uncommon. Okay, there he's got it out. So put the pintle back in and just giving her a once over, seeing what she feels like. Adjustment cap cover, a little tight as you can tell. Take that off. There is a copper gasket underneath of the adjustment cover. And then this injector is set with an adjuster screw and jam nut. So back the jam nut off, and then that's the adjuster screw he's operating on there. This is what sets the spring tension, which determines the nozzle opening pressure. Back the adjusting screw out. Spring cap, so this retains the spring and spring seat, and the needle also relatively tight. So back this off. Okay, and now you'll see there's another copper. Spring and seat come out, and then that was the needle that comes out, which is what operates between the spring and the pintle of the nozzle. Wire the spring and seat together. We like to leave those as a matched set. Not necessarily back in the same body, but those components stay living together. He's going to take another one down here. Again, nozzle nut. Pop the nozzle out of the nozzle nut. Special tool, 2 wrenches. Still pretty tight. Adjustment cover comes off. Back the jam nut off. Back the adjusting screw out. Spring cup. Spring and seat. Needle. Torn down. Really a relatively simple component here as far as part count goes, but there are some critical clearances and things to think about. There she is. That's all that's going on. I'm going to go over to the sonic cleaner now. High temp. We're going to run these for about an hour and check on them. This particular set ended up cooking for about 3 hours. High temp, water soluble degreaser. Rinse that off of them. Screw them back together because we're going to go over to the buffing wheel. We don't want to get into some of the threads on the nozzle nut. Clean up the threads on the high pressure inlet. Clean up the body. Just making sure we've got a good clean component that's going to go back to the customer. Rust and scale and whatever grime doesn't blast off. Just make sure we get a good clean component back to the customer. Okay, disassemble again, and now we're going to do a final clean with solvent. Make sure anything from the buffing or blasting gets cleaned out of these components so we don't introduce any of that into the remanufactured or rebuilt units. Thorough solvent rinse, and again air dry and blow all that stuff off. Back in the build-up room, here we're buffing where the nozzle mates to the body. These were worn and there is no seal there. That surface is critical. It's a precision ground surface. The lap alone wouldn't clean it up. You can see there on the left is how they came and on the right is how they go. Got to be careful on that surface. That is just a precision ground sealing surface. Going back together, the nozzles were shot in these injectors, so brand new nozzles. Put the nozzle nut on, capture the nozzle. The needle, which is the linkage between the nozzle pintle and the spring and seat, captured with the spring nut here. Adjusting screw and jam nut, so you can see to increase the nozzle opening pressure, we add tension to the spring and seat, which the fuel operates on the pintle and the nozzle to overcome the pressure set by the adjusting nut. And you'll see here, we've got them on the pop tester. We're checking for nozzle opening pressure, which is the setting for these injectors. Back the jam nut off, tweak on the adjusting screw, playing with the tension on the spring, which tightens or loosens the setting in there, and then the amount of pressure it takes to overcome the spring pressure. We get it set. This particular injector is 140 to 148 bar, which is 2030 to 2146 psi. A lot of pressure, but in comparison to common rail of 25 or 30,000 psi, not so much. Again, checking and setting nozzle opening pressure, checking for a proper atomization of the fuel, or in this case calibration fluid coming out of the injector. And we're also listening. There's kind of a chatter on the pop tester, and we're listening to that to make sure that the injector is operating correctly. We had one that was not atomizing correctly, so he's going to take it back down, pull the nozzle out. It's a brand new nozzle, but the pintle is a little bit sticky in the nozzle. A little bit of super fine lapping compound, back to the solvent tank, clean it up, put it back together, set the pressure, and pop it off. Brand new Bosch nozzles in this application, but sometimes they ship them dry. They sit on the shelf for a while. Nothing wrong with it. Just need a little bit of polish on the inside. So super fine lapping compound, and then a thorough clean. Put it back together. Make sure that the pintle is moving freely inside of the nozzles. Chamber gasket and protective shipping cap. And then they'll go over for serializing and part number engraving. And then you're good to go. Okay, here you have it. Ready to go back to the customer for another cycle of life. So what did we find? Injector nozzles were not atomizing correctly. We replaced all 6 with new Bosch injector nozzles, reset the opening pressure, and clean bill of health. We specialize in diesel, and that is all walks of diesel. Give us a shout and we'll see if we can help you. Pickups and tractors and semis and power generation and irrigation pumps and lawnmowers and wood chippers and cars and trucks. Just about anything diesel is really what we work on. We're eager to help you. If you reference where you learned of us through our own videos with Wes or from the videos on Wes's channel, if you mention Watch Wes Work and you have a project for us, we'll send you a shipping label to cover the freight to get it to us, and then we'll pay for the freight to get it back out to you. Discount code or whatever you want to consider it. Okay, that's a wrap. We appreciate you watching. We would appreciate it if you'd like or subscribe. We really appreciate the opportunity to work with Wes. If you need to get a hold of us, we'll put our contact information in the comments section below. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.